talking to you about stuff. I said I was going to go live today, so I'm going to go live. I'm going to take this little creature here and make a clone and make it into this creature here. Actually, well, it's kind of already done. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and take the color patterns from this creature here and put it onto this creature here. And see, they're so happy and so delightful. Yes, they are. And so what I'm going to do, I have to get some pictures before that with my other camera. So in the meantime, while the chat's still warming up and everybody's starting to come and join my channel, I'm going to get some pictures with my other camera of some of these beautiful little creatures. And also, I make a nice little cup of green tea in my One Life Must Art cup right here. My One Life Must Art cup. My sister made this for me, and I'm so appreciative of that. So every time I pretty much walk around, I got my cup. That's One Life Must Art masking tape sculpting artist. So yeah, so my green tea is getting all, doing this green tea thing. And I'm going to get some pictures with my old camera so I can go ahead and just, get that set up so I can put it on my Instagram later to show the before and after stuff. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take some nice cool pictures right there. So there you have that. He's like, yeah, they're so cute. Look at him. Oh, he's so cute. But you can't really see it. That's right there. There. He's like, hey. Right there. Right there. See, every time I make one of these things, I'm always just like, oh my word, these things are so cool. I totally enjoy making these creatures. You know this. And I mentioned it before already. So what I'm going to do, I know some people are already asleep, and so I've lost a lot of my audience because I'm doing this so late, but I want to do this before tomorrow. And it's going to be about an hour. So I'm going to say right now it's probably less than an hour because I also have to get ready for work myself. So, and I work early in the morning. So here's this. This is this here. All right, so I got these two. All right, cool. So what we're gonna do, I'm going to put my camera back down, let that Jemmy charge up, and get my green tea, and we're gonna go ahead and start this party. Let's go to start it. So I want to say thank you so much for joining us today. Anybody who's here, I want to say thank you, and feel free to chat with me in the chat. But I'm going to go ahead and start the program. The colors I'm going to be using today is FX Paint. This is FX, as you can see, FX Paint. And the colors that what's really cool about it, when you hit it with the black light, it really nicely glows. So let me get my black light real quick. And my black lights are here. Here's my black light. So what happens is that when I hit stuff with black light, it glows. You can't really see it until I turn off the light. So here I turn off the light. And boom. Here's what happened when I hit it with a black light, as you can see. So there you have it. This is a cool color alien effect that happens when it gets hit with the black light, baby. Also another picture. So here's another background picture. I have this set up too. It's one of my favorite setups is this one as well. And of course I'm gonna ruin my thing when I do that. But here for the most part though, this is the black light setup. Oh Greg. Okay, good. Here's the black light setup, and here's the glow in the dark black light. There you have it right there. You see that? So cool. So yeah, so what's gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and show you some cool stuff. Turn the light back on real quick. Boom. So here's the light back on. And what we're gonna do, my friends, we're gonna go ahead and work on this. We're gonna go ahead and turn this one here with the he's so happy. And this one here with his colors. And this one. So this is a paint I'm using as FX Paint. This is Hobby Lobby. Got a Hobby Lobby. They don't make these anymore. Michaels don't sell them anymore. So this is kind of a one of a kind. So all that I have here is pretty much all that I have left. Right there. So you have that right there. This is kind of the thing there. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to unify the colors. All right, so let's spill this and put this here. Boom. Then here's the other colors for that. For the tongue is this color. So we have this color here as well. And this also is glow in the dark. So when you hit this with the UV light, it also glows. So I'm going to show you the UV light one more time for those who just joined us. Boom, UV light. So you have the UV light, and there you have the glow in the dark pink, right? And here's all the cool colors here in the background. You can see that. All right, so there you have that. And the cool glow in the dark alien, six-legged Diplocaulus. It's so cool. Yep. And so to answer some of the questions, yes, I do paint with glow in the dark UV light. I also use fluorescent, which is the ones here, fluorescent lights, but a fluorescent paint. Yeah, I do use that. I've done painting. I have done that. Just read what it says here in the chat. Hello, John. Hello, Mike. And so pretty much just want to say that, yes, I have done that. I pretty much, I don't know. I always wonder what it's doing to your body because of everything. Whenever you add, a new kind of thing to your body, you have to go through a series of, not to say anything bad, but everything that you put on your body, your liver and your kidneys have to do a little workout. You know what I'm saying? So that's something that you always have to consider whenever you do any kind of artwork and stuff. This pad right here is the notepad that I've been using to help me. This is actually this is called palette paper right here. This is palette paper, very, very good stuff. I got it. It's the yeah, I'm like 46 years old. Yeah, so talk about my cute mouth. So what happens is a palette paper. It's like, this is palette paper, and you have the situation where it's like it's very good dry dry situation right there. So it keeps I like that. So cool. Boom. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and paint this right here. So this is the cool colors. Whenever I paint anything, I would start with it upside down, because when you do that, you can actually hold it later. So on the bottom, there's really no paint there. So it's there. So I'm gonna go ahead and paint the tongue first. Let's do that. So the tongue we have is this one. This is the glow in the dark one, right? And this is I think it's like Martha Stewart colors. This is what this one does. And I have another set I'll show you. But this is what it looks like, how chalky it is. We're gonna put it right down there. We're gonna angle the camera real quick so you can see that a little bit better. Sorry about that. Let's see. Yep. There you go. All right, so let's go ahead and do this. See, I got put all over my fingers pink. See, the thing is, like me, right? With my art, I should put gloves on. Actually, no, this is not that bad to wear. I need gloves. But see, you got it all over his face, all over his little nose, right there. So let's go. See, when you work with masking tape itself is kind of like a very unique piece of artwork. I can't paint it yet because the tongue is not secured. Let me go ahead and re-secure the tongue real quick. Right there. What happens is this right here. And then you have that there. Right, so I'm going to secure the mouth a little bit better. Right? That. And then under there. Secure it. And then you gotta make sure that this jelly does not shift. So what I normally do, which I'm not doing this time, I'm gonna actually mix it up. I normally seal it before I do this step. But not tonight. Tonight's a new night. A new night with new risks, new expectations. So we're gonna do this. I'm gonna go with this. I'm gonna start painting this time. Now see, the ones I see in the Museum of Natural History, I don't think it looks like this. You've seen my pictures if you look at my Instagram. And the ones, it's kind of like, so this is definitely my own creature. Because it's like the whole mindset of it. It's like I normally have when I did the one with Deli. Deli, his tongue is super huge, just like it could grab a can of soda or something. So for this one here, make a short tongue because, they're really kind of cool when they have a little short tongue. It's like, and so that's one of those things where you're able to, oh goodness. Oh, dang. So here's that with his tongue. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put him down for a second. Don't lick that. Oh, goodness, don't lick that. Okay. So put that there for a second, and I'm going to put him over here. I'm going to go and fix your tongue because I think your tongue needs fixing too. So let's go ahead and just fix your mouth as well. Sometimes you have to go back and do like I think I might have to give everybody just a new coat. This one here, this Diplocaulus that I have here, he went with me to, when we had a car accident last year, the family, we actually had the situation where it was like, we had to, he was with me and I made another small one, and another friend of mine, I gave that one to them as a present. So there's actually 3 of these on the earth at the moment. And so one is like right now in California. And the other one is here. And then this is the 3rd one that's currently being formed right now. And see, there's so pretty much this is like really cool. So I see that when I turn off the lights and I put the the UV lights, people like join us, and so that's always cool. I want you, if you could give me a thumbs up in the chat when you guys get a chance, give me a thumbs up. Let me know that you like this stuff and the work that I'm doing, because the work that I'm doing is like work that I enjoy doing, and it's also something that by doing it, it brings a lot of joy to people. People actually enjoy. I use the word joy and enjoy. All right. To say that it's an art form that not too many people do, and I guess if I keep sharing this, eventually people will start picking up and start doing this more. But until then, it's one of those things where, I just like it. I heard there's places in Alaska that people actually have like a whole thing where they dress up. they dress up in a whole outfit and stuff like that, and that's pretty cool. They have outfits, but it's duct tape festivals and stuff. A friend of mine was telling me about that, and I still want to go to that. I still want to like be part of that, the competition, because it's like, if you can masking tape, you can duct tape, and if you can duct tape, you can. Well, it's a different kind of setup, but I just wanted to let you know this kind of. It's like each tape. The tape that I use is called is a 2020 and a 2020 contractor grade tape. So this is like high end tape. This is very intense tape. But there's another tape, right? That when I compare the notes, right? I'll show you. It's if I can find it right now, it's somewhere. I don't know where it is. Okay, so the thing is, well, that tape is called 3400, and that 3400 tape is much difficult to work with, And so you've seen the blue tape already. So you guys have already seen blue tape. And blue tape, this is the original blue tape. I've been using blue tape a little bit more. And hi, Amy. And then so a little bit more. And it's good to have you with us. Thank you, Amy. Thank you for getting the thumbs up in the chat too, by the way. Amy's one of my supporters. So definitely, if you guys want to be one of my supporters, definitely want to encourage you to do so, because what happens is that you help us out, you help my family out, you help me out in terms of continuing to do art. And this is this electrical tape, have that tape as well. But for the most part, though, it's just please continue to support and like the work that we do, because as in everything needs funding. And if you want to see something continue, you help it grow. Like if you want plants to grow, you water it. So to water for us, just help us out with that if you can. All right, so definitely please join our channel. But for the most part, though, this is the first part. This is the first step. So I just absolutely love this. So what I'm going to do, because it's a pretty simple step, I'm going to take some of this pink and not waste it, and give it to some of the other creatures too. So I have this little lizard here. Let's give him a little pink tongue. Yeah, a little pink tongue for this little lizard, right? Yeah. Don't worry if you kind of mess up a little bit. What happens is you can also go back and fix it a little bit and add stuff there, just kind of make it better. But the thing is that you don't want to waste your painting. So this is a palette paper, and so it kind of like it doesn't absorb the ink, which is great. I mean, eventually it dries up because everything dries up, but it'll keep it so it's like, hey everybody, kind of thing. So definitely there's that one. Next one is, let's see, I had this one. This is my axolotl, and this one went on a trip with us. We went on a trip to, I took my daughter and we went to Pennsylvania, and so with that, we took this one with them. We made little shots. What I did, take my pictures. I take them and we go like do shots, like shots. We walk around and take pictures all over the place, So that way I have like a little memento, little rendition as to where we were at. It's kind of like you go there and you take a selfie, or take pictures of stuff, but did you have anybody in it? Well, when I went to Las Vegas many years ago, 2016, and when I went there, I got a chance. This is axolotl, by the way. Please give me a thumbs up in the chat if you can. That'd be great. But for the most part, that what happens is axolotl. I went to Las Vegas, and when I went there, I had a little version of me, a little small version of me, right? And I took that version, and I was kind of walking around by the Luxor, and by all the different cool like resorts and hotels and stuff like that. And I was getting all these cool shots from it, so that was pretty cool. So this is like one of those. So when we were doing a move, my daughter and I were doing a move. We brought this one here, and so right there we did a 349-mile trip, right? And it was we did pretty much and 3 deliveries. So that when he was doing DoorDash, I used to have them do DoorDash and little book bags for them and stuff like that. So all my little creatures, my little gig worker creatures, have this little setup to it. And that's one. So let's see, what's the other one I was going to show you? I just had him in mind. It popped in my head. I don't have it right now. Can't think of anything right now. Okay, well, let's see. We'll have this one. This one is I have this little mouse here. This little mouse. He's like, hello. This is, my daughter, when she was cooking food, I took this mouse, right, and I put it on top of her head. This is not a real mouse, of course. This is a little mouse. This is my little Ratatouille mouse. Because the movie Ratatouille, and he had his little whiskers and stuff like that. Which I think what I'll do, I'll probably just cut these whiskers and probably use like little straws to make it like a little bit better. Take this with me to, So while the tongues are drying, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. But I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of give him a little, paint his tongue too, because, why not? Everybody needs a pink tongue. Everybody needs a pink tongue. Oh, right, paint the pink tongue right there. He's got a pink tongue. Then they're gonna, fix up his ears a little bit. Yep. And then this one. You know, I always wonder if actors ever get tired of acting. I mean, like while they're acting, like in the midst of it, they're like I was just thinking about that thing when I did that thing with the tongue thing for a second there. I thought about that movie, right? Curious George with Will Ferrell in it, right? And I realized that he did a lot of the acting by himself. You know, somebody was making the little chimp sounds, right? But for the most part, that he was acting and talking to it. But he was also a cartoon character, so he's acting like Curious George movie. He's the man in man in the yellow hat, and he's acting, and telling the story. And then you have it where in his story he's just what do you call it? He's kind of you're acting by yourself. But I was wondering if you're in the middle of acting by yourself, you ever get to a point where you're just like, all right, you know what, enough of this. I'm by myself, kind of thing. I guess in a sense maybe it's kind of like a YouTube video. But in the YouTube videos, you talk to people though. People start talking to you in the chat. They start saying all kind of either cool things or inappropriate things, and hopefully they say more cool things than appropriate things because it's always better to respond to cooler things than appropriate. Because what happens is that people give you good ideas and you can and you interact and it's like that's fun. As opposed to having to ban people. It's never fun to ban people. It isn't. So there's that, and here you have this one. So this is my brush, and this is a little bit I've left. So I still got a little bit of paint left, so I don't know what to do with that. Let me see. I'm gonna. Oh, I have this gremlin over here. I have this gremlin right here. So let's go ahead and give it a pink mouth too. See, he doesn't have any teeth yet, so but he'll have pink gums. My gums are pink. See, sometimes these things where they just pop. When you give it a little bit of color, just give it a little color, and all of a sudden the thing just pops up. But it seems like it's not just a gremlin; it's a Greglin because he has 4 fingers. Remember that Greglins have 4 fingers. Gremlins have 3. Next time you look, you'll see. All right, so there's that, and so he's not finished, but he's now got. All right, so if we turn off the light for a second and we look at everybody's mouth, all right, just kind of do that with the UV light. So here's the trusty dusty UV light again. All right, boom. Let's shut off the lights for a second. Boom, and there's background lights. My hallway lights are on. So. But here you have that. So you have the mouth. I'm like, hey. It's a glow in the dark tongue right there. So let's show you that, for example. There. They're gonna eat that rat. He's like, this is what his eyes look so cool. It's like, I'm going to eat. That's a rat. So that's one. Then here, see a little bit of the nose. So I'm gonna go ahead and add the green. See this green right here? Take that green. I'm gonna put it right onto him. Let's look at the background for a second there. Look back there. And you see this. You see right there? I just love the way the colors just work. It just works so well, especially with ultraviolet light, right? And see the mouth right there? See the mouth glows? See, I have some more gremlins that really glow, but I'll show you those in a little bit, right? So I'll show you that in a little bit. So this is the UV light again. This is a light that I got. It's weird how it doesn't look blue, but it makes blue light. It's great. Anyway, so all right, take the opportunity to introduce myself if you don't know who I am. My name is Gregory, and I do masking tape artwork. I am a masking tape sculpting artist. I've been doing this for about since 2019, so I put it at 19 to 5. That's about 6 years, right? About 6 years of masking tape artwork, and so pretty much I'm at the point where I think I might do some different stuff. Actually, I'm doing classes of live artistry and teaching people how to do art. Thank you, Emmy. And so I'm teaching people how to do artwork, masking tape artwork. And so incidentally, what that means is that people are getting a chance to actually sculpt and make people out of masking tape. So that's cool. So I teach them the basic fundamentals of it and how to do it, how to handle the tape, how to tear the tape properly. And I mean, there's really not really much wrong with tear tape, but if you want to tape the last, you don't want to hurt your hand. There's techniques to where you do that, because to make a creature like this is a lot of technique that goes into it, and he's just so cute. All right, so what we're gonna do with the cuteness right here, I'm gonna have to just have to wipe this through. I can't find anything else that needs pink paint to be put upon it. Well, let's see, this fish monster. Does this fish monster have pink paint? No, fish monster does not have pink paint in it. Nope, it does not. Okay, that means the other fish monster won't have pink paint in it either. So we won't do that. We'll skip that one. I wonder if I should give him a pink mouth. Think give him a pink mouth? Should I do that? I mean, he's kind of cool the way he is. Just pink mouth. Everybody gets a pink tongue. Unless you're a lizard or you have a blue tongue. He's like, yeah. Yeah, he's forever different now. He's like, hello. I have a pink tongue. Ha ha. That's pretty cool. All right, so anyway, so that's him. I'm gonna put him over here. So now with this, let's get this out of the way. Okay, now that's a pile of paper. So what do you say? What are you gonna do? How's the situation so you don't get this connected or more paint on it? Well, I take a bit of masking tape like so. All right. See, this is right when you tear the tape. It's one of the things where this is the hardest part for most people. Most people have the hardest time getting the tape to rip, and that simple move right there takes a person sometimes out of the game. But those of us who know realize that this is how you do it. But you want to make sure the tape doesn't do that thing where it kind of starts tearing to one side. You have a long strip of tape that kind of goes around and around and around. That means that it means you kind of wasting tape that way. This way you don't waste any tape. This is zero tape waste. And so even if I do this right here where I'm covering this thing right here, I'm just trying to save paper because this I could use this again even because it doesn't stick to the forever. But this I have to rinse out, so I'm gonna rinse out this thing right here. I'm gonna walk into the light for a second, rinse it out. Again, I want to thank you so much for being. Please give me a thumbs up if you can. The thumbs up helps my channel, helps me with the algorithm. You know how it is. Definitely. And if you want to give us a super chat, feel free. You can give a super chat of 50 cents if you'd like, up to $5 million. That'll help us out tremendously because we've been doing art classes and it's been fun actually. I want to thank y'all for that because those of you who have been giving thumbs up and as well as likes and have been following my channel, even subscribing. My son, his channel went up to 700 people. He got 700 subscribers today. Today we cut his last. It went from 699 to 700. And so he is so excited about that because he hasn't gotten monetized yet. My channel is monetized, praise God, and it's monetized when the more people that watch my channel, the more stuff it works out for my family. So that's great. So I thank you for that. This here is the FX paint. So we're gonna use FX paint right now. I'm gonna bust open this can of paint right here, and we're gonna start painting him to look like his little brother or his smaller self. So I usually start off with when I do a paint thing. I just go right for the center, and then from there, because if anything kind of creams down, it's gonna come through that way. I hope that I'm gonna have to maybe put like several coats on him because his color scheme, the pink really kind of shines through. So let's start with the right leg and then kind of work the other leg. Right leg, the left leg front. And you got left leg middle. And you got left leg back, right? And then you got right leg front, right leg middle, and right leg back. So I guess it'd be like a meadow, forward, meadow, and rear legs, Right? You're saying, don't you use water to make it thin out? Well, no, I don't really. I do a dry brush technique when I do my painting. I don't usually show how I do my painting because painting for me is the part where I just spend time just kind of really thinking what I want to accomplish. And so with this situation here, you have him where he's just like, he's a big creatures. Big old creatures. And usually like the animal kingdom, the female is always bigger than the male. Um, I don't know if so in the human, but we're not animals, so it's kind of weird. Sometimes female is bigger than the male in the human kingdom too, I guess. But for the most part, though, you have it where it depends on I guess the species, depend on the ethnic group, I guess. Because sometimes you have the little small little ladies, and then you have the big guys. It's like, but anyway, you have that here where the situation is like, do you have this thing where as you're doing this, you're trying to like thin out the paint as much as possible and try to get it all around. So this is me just having it this way. You see, for example, this is if the paint on the pink on the foot messes up the paint, I'm gonna have to like do a little thing where a little bit of a surgery or something to make it better. Not to mention, it's like sometimes you have to just kind of fix some parts to it, and that's just how it is. It's just the way it is, But so cool. Thank you. This is so cool. I appreciate that. Let's see. There's yeah, this paper is great. So see, the thing is that you can only see from one way, and then definitely have a camera in front of me, so I can't see everything. So what you do is when you get like a certain way, you grab it and you flip it over, and you flip it the other way. So you have that way. Now you know this way too. So when you look at it from this way, you see all the stuff that you missed. I missed the front leg, front leg, front leg, front leg, and there's enough paint there to do that. Now I didn't do what I normally do. I didn't seal it first. There's sometimes you can do several different ways on this thing, And I just enjoy doing different techniques because sometimes you could do it this way, that way, where you seal it first and then paint it. Sometimes you do the paint and then seal it. But I don't know, sometimes it absorbs better. Might even have to do both, where you seal it, you paint it, then you seal it, then you paint it again, kind of thing. And that in and of itself, everything has its, its ups and downs. And so this is where it gets cool. So I've been meaning to do this for some time because the customer who requested one of these is an awesome person. I really, really like them. They're so cool. I like all the people who request stuff from me to make some cool commissions and stuff. Because when you do this, you ask me to be a challenging thing that you only get one of. There's only one in the whole world of this. For example, do you see these? They're side by side next to each other. They're still one of one. Because when the end of the day, right, I can only make one of them. I can only make one of them. And it'll be different. The second time you make it, as you see, is this one's slightly different, slightly bigger, all these things. And so with that, that's why I like this art, because whenever you make anything, it's like it's any picture. If you were to paint the same picture again, unless you did it with a computer, you'd be doing exactly the same thing. Like you do the thing where you mass produce something. Mass production has to be exactly the same. That's why it's like, I guess, when people do stuff that's over and over, like for example, like the Live Die Repeat movie. I talked about that today, about how in the movie Live Die Repeat, which is Edge of Tomorrow, with Tom Cruise, he had to do the same movie over and over and over again. I wonder how it was for the cast and crew to do it, because maybe they did it one time and they did it like several ways, but then I mean, to make it look different, they had to do something over and over and over again to make it look exactly the same. But and that's the beauty of it, that they changed it up. They did that in the end of um Despicable Me part what is it, part 4? We watched that with the kids, and they had a thing where, in the special features, they did that where the guy kept on waking up and he kept on getting killed, and he kept on trying to avoid getting killed each time for the birthday. And it was his birthday or something like that, and he had to kind of solve the problem each time. And that was the same thing, just like the repeat, which is really horrible because most people don't go through that kind of series of death. I guess he was that bad in terms that he was, Tom Cruise movie. He was that bad where he kept on going through it and he get killed every single time. You know, most people avoid that kind of thing. For the majority. But there you have it. He got like killed like daily. I guess that must have been like his learning curve, like a video game, I guess. But I like that movie because the movie became so much fun. The more I watched it, the more I really enjoy it, you know. And so this is one, and it's like, I mean, the whole thing about when you do these chat videos and stuff, you get a chance to talk to people, and people get a chance to hear you. But see, I'm running low on this. So this is going to be a one-time deal, because once this is gone, you see, once the FX paint is gone, I'll have no more of this. They don't make it. They discontinue this paint. So this, you're witnessing the one watching it. You normally have another camera set up to catch from the top view, but I'm like, you know what? I'm just not doing that today. I'm just gonna go ahead and just paint this thing and make it so you guys can just enjoy this with me. And as I do this, and I might not be able to put a second coat on it, but maybe I will. If I could just, maybe I might have to add water to it. But for the most part, then I'm gonna give it a look over. But she's still wet, or he's still wet, from the all the paint as I'm applying. I love the green. I'm gonna show you the UV light aspect of it in a second, so you can see that, you know, and then you'll see how it's like in the dark again. Okay, so here's that. There's this one. And the parts I'm gonna go through and just kind of with a fine tooth comb and see, make sure I didn't miss any parts. Fine tooth brush, fine tooth comb. Why would you put a brush on a thing when you can use for a comb? Well, a comb when it's a brush. A brush kind of brushes, and it just, but a comb. I guess a comb is like a brush, but it's more like more difficult, to work with. It's more like Okay, so here it goes. I'm gonna use the light again. I'm gonna turn off the light. I'm gonna show you what it's like with the UV. I'm gonna have to go and check him too, make sure that he is also good. But I don't want to waste all the ink. Just kind of go through and make sure he's also good. You know? Yeah, you've been through a lot, haven't you, there, Bell? Your little coat. There you go. All right, little feller. Let's go ahead and just kind of turn off the light for a second and put the UV light again. So this is the UV light. There we go. Ready? So cool. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, this is cool. Look how cool and eerie they look. Yep, you see that? Yep. In case you're wondering what kind of Good. Okay, so see see the little dots on it. The dots are cool on this one. The colors in the back. I'll show you the other gremlin too. Let me just turn this off for a second. Have the light. Put this one back on. So there's actually have that one. He's so cute. I got a picture of my other camera. Oh, they're so cute. Look at them. Like little kids. Maybe I shouldn't have the pink tongue on that one. That one doesn't look cool. The pink tongue. I mean, this one does, but the other Diplocaulus. Okay, here goes. This is the. Yeah. Look at you. Oh my goodness. I should put you in the fire tomorrow. Bring you to work and put you to fire. Alright. Let me get some flash on that. Alright. So okay, so for the most part though, this is that's one. You have that. I'm gonna show you some of the cool glow in the dark gremlins that glow really well. I can show you Sunny. Sunny's always fun to show. Arctic, there's Sunny and Crocodoc, they both glow. So I'm gonna bring them out for a second. Dude, this cap won't even cap. This cap won't cap. Alright, so there's that FX print. Right back in a second. And why I call him Sunny? Because he's sunny. So let me just go ahead and just show you Sunny real quick. This is Sunny. He's like, hello everyone, I am Sunny. I wonder if I could give you pink mouth. Or your pink is kind of light pink. It's not that as severe pink as that. He's like, hello Sunny. Why do you call you Sunny? It's like Shucky. They call me Shucky. Why did they call you Shucky? Anyway, so this one here, and let me get the light first. This is the light. I'll show you why they call you Sunny. Oh goodness! I walked down the hallway. I gotta wait. Give me a second to let the hallway like time out. But here's Sunny right there, right? I'll go get Crocodoc too because Crocodoc is also fun to look at in that UV light. Where are you? Here, and then everybody loves this one here. So she's gonna call it Deja Thorus. Because yes, I make people too. So here it goes. This is Crocodoc, and this is Deja Thorus. Hello everyone, I'm Deja Thorus. And so I gave her own predator helmet. So she's got her own predator helmet because she also is alien, and she's wearing the gold armor because in most cultures, gold is worn by the females, and in some cultures, the silver is worn by men. But but we have the gold wedding rings and stuff. So let you know that. So for the most part, though, this is the cultural situation there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and angle the camera so you can see it better. So there, Sean Connery. Sean Connery was a James Bond at one point. Like everybody was James Bond. This sounds like may have Idris Elba be James Bond at some point. Yeah, so you have that, right? Like that, you can't really see nothing, right? But flip off the lights, you can start seeing all the cool effects. Now hopefully I can get it to manifest the colors before it's too late. But there you have it. There's this one. There's Deja. Her art is really cool. One time I had a friend of mine, and they gave her the same body paint. That was real cool, right there. So it's like there, just on the belly and on the arms and stuff like that. Didn't do anything else, but that's where there for the most part. There you have that, and yes, ultraviolet, and also they glow in the dark too. So these ones glow in the dark. See, because it's like, but you can't really see the glow in the dark because right now the light behind me is so bright, so you can't really see it. But if I turn it on for a second, and then I turn it off for a second, you may be able to see the glow. So they have there with the glow, right? So I'm trying to block the light, right? So these guys here, you have these guys that glow green lizards. Then you have these here, well not lizard, but like Diplocaulus. Isn't that cool? Look, do you see this? I mean, you don't really see it, but I think this is so cool right here. Let me see if I can show you right there. See how cool this looks? This little, it's like a museum thing. I mean, if I had known I'm gonna make another one of these. Okay, another one of these, and I'll probably just do a live stream of making one of these because these salamanders are so cool. They're really cool salamanders. And so you have that over there, right? And then everybody's like glowing, and the fluorescent in the back was glowing, right? And then you have the people in the back glowing. You know, there for example, there you have she's glowing in the back, and then you have he's glowing in the back. And you have they're glowing in the back, right? It's pretty cool. So they're glowing, they're glowing, they're glowing. And when you turn it off, they glow in the dark, and you can't see it because it's like the light doesn't glow. You can't really see it, but there you have, right? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. There you go there, and they're responding. Imagine that you had to turn the lights like, oh snap, what's that? And you turn the light, and they're just like, we're here, we can still see you. Yep, there's that. Yep. But anyway, so these ones glow in the dark like all night. Okay, so I might actually put some extra glow in the dark stuff material on it, so that way, you know, they glow too. You know, I'm gonna take a second and have me some coffee. No, having my green tea because while this is drying, I can't really do anything to it. So I'm gonna do that. Definitely talk to me in the chat, people. I want to see what you have to say about some of the cool stuff or just some ideas you might have. I just totally enjoy when people interact. So please do. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and drink a little bit of my green tea. In the meantime, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Green tea. Okay, one thing about cool thing about masking tape is that you have to you can actually use so many other things too. So when I get like here's our thing of sugar. So it happens that this is a GMO free organic cane sugar, right? So I want to talk to you a little bit about what happened this week. I had a situation happen where not too much details. I'll make a whole dedicated video where I already did a video talking about it, about what happened with the police, and I did a video about it, just how it happened. I can show you the footage, so if you get a chance to see that, that's where it is. Look for that. My thought on the matter is that, I mean, that's a lot of sugar put in there. Okay, what happens is that my thought on the matter is that by the grace of God, my family, I grew up with a lot of like in a sense of learning how to deal with your own emotions. Well, not so much deal with, more like put aside your own emotions, which I don't know if that's the wisest thing in terms of dealing with life. Because they say God gave you emotions for a reason. That's why I was talking about before how when people start talking about like oh you get over it kind of thing to dismiss it, it's more like I'm often reminded about that I have to be careful myself when I say that, because sometimes my wife may be saying something, and the tendency is to just say that kind of thing because you want the person to kind of get out of the situation, and you realize it may not be that bad, but in all honesty, though, when you really think about it, the person is really going through a tough time, and by you kind of dismissing what they're saying, is really you're trying to help them, but they have to process these emotions. You have to process it. You have to do something with it. And I gotta work better at that myself. I really have to work better because, as much as I know what needs to be done, not all the time, but in the situation with the police, I manage my emotions, and I think anybody can actually. When you think about it, when you're in a situation where life demands it, you will manage your emotions, and you will manage it well. Because if you don't manage it well, you could pretty much end up, not alive, right? So you don't want that to happen. So for the most part, though, you want to make sure that you're you can actually focus, and to focus requires that you focus. So this one, should maybe probably giving you a pink tongue. Oh yeah, this is my flying gecko. One of the first lizards I had that I really liked was a flying gecko, and it had the cool tail like that, and this little tail has like little wings on it almost. And this one here, we took to Niagara Falls when we went in 2000 and in 2020. So I made this since 2020, and I made it actually before that, but I kept on working on him and giving him the cool patterns and stuff. So yeah, I mean, I could probably go back in and give him some really cool patterns now that I know how to do this stuff really well. But for the most part, though, this is a flying gecko. So he has little flaps and stuff too. So I traded him so badly. I was flinging him in the air, just kind of throwing him like a frisbee. What I want to do, I want to make him a boomerang and have him fling it and have him come back to me. But work on that another day, shall we? So for the most part, though, we have this ink here, right? We're going to go back and see if we missed any spots because the ink is a lot drier now than it was before. Bring the camera down a little bit. All right. Okay, the next part I have is you see the little white dots on it? The little white dots on this creature? Well, the white dots don't come on their own. They're not there because of, what do you call it? You know, they just spontaneous. You have to, as in everything, you got to put it there. But you also got to go through and make sure all your colors are well fed so that it doesn't look all weird and weirdy. Not to mention, I didn't even have my tea yet. I just was talking with Storm. I didn't even take a little break to have some tea, you know. So it's time for tea, everyone. Let's have some tea. That moment when you just can't find a spoon. You get kids and your wife taking every single spoon in the house. That's what it means. Alright. That moment you gotta go find a spoon. And the spoon happens to be at the bottom of the spoon. Yep. Even then you can't find the spoon. So how are you supposed to stir your tea? And find a fork at the bottom of the sink first. You wash that fork. And then you take this thing and you stir it up. That's what you do. You stir that thing real good. Green tea. Green tea. You know, I remember back in the day, I used to drink a lot of green tea stuff, you know. And green tea was really good for me. Well, I mean, I used to like Arizona green tea. So that was the one. I'm not sure if it was really good for you. Because, I mean, the high fructose corn syrup and all that. But whenever you had, like, you know, I always love the flavor of it. So, yeah, so in the meantime, guys, let me just turn this real quick. Let me just angle this. If I can get this light right here. This angle here, I'll put it like that. You can see some of the details of this creature. So I have to do a quality control check real quick. I have to actually check and see. Bring it back down again, sorry. At this level here. Quality control check to see if it's good. I got pink on his fingers right there. I might have to wrap that. This is here. He's so pastel-y feel. He feels like he looks like pastel. Alright? Then I have to give him a little bit of a seal. Let's see right there in the eyes. Might be a little bit of green. I gotta kind of add that. Here's my little tea. Don't ever say little to anything. Everything you do is big and magnanimous. Fantabulous, right? Giganticus is what it all is. Green. Now, so when you do anything, you're doing it big because no one in the universe has ever done it before like how you've done it. You are one of a kind and you always will be. That's why it's like, you know, God made us, right, to be able to multiply. But when we are all made, we're like the angels in terms of like we're unique. Never to be repeated. Even if we were recloned, even if you're a twin, you're still one of a kind. One of a kind. There you go. So this is here. You know, I'm so glad just to be able to do this. This has been great. So, all right. So what we have here. This is behind the ears there. I have to go ahead and grab this one here. See, and I have all the other. Oh, good. I have enough to give almost a second coat, I think, but I might have to actually dilute it. So here's this FX paint. This one's called Nuclear Neon, baby. Nuclear Neon. Real color is called, I can't see it. Can't see the color, unfortunately. Because the price tag is right on the color. You know, I think I might have another one of these, actually. I think in my wisdom, I actually bought wisdom. In my foresight, I saw that I might need some more of this, because this is one of my favorite ones. I got another one. I got spray paint. And this is just my dry brush technique, because the dry brush is like, the light works so well with this when you're doing your masking tape art, because at the end of the day, masking tape art is not supposed to be an exact science. It's supposed to be an approximate science, but it does such wonders to your eyes, such wonders to like just looking at it and holding it, because in the world of AI, we're here to fight the AI, baby. This is how we fight the AI, by making your own artwork that's durable, that's flexible, that lasts for a long time. Alright, so you have that. Shout out to my friends, fellow artists. Thank you for supporting the living artists. So there's that here. There's there. Okay. All right, so there's that for that. Let's make you look, at least look at the camera. Oh, you look so cute. So sad eyes, but your eyes are not sad. You know what I'm gonna do? I might have to. Oh wait, you know what? I have it. Haha. Secret weapon, baby. Secret weapon. This is the secret weapon. You see what this is? This is called correction pen. But I can't do anything now because it's like it's still wet. So I'm gonna have to let it just sit for a second. Put this brush down. Put the brush down. So here, gonna have me a little bit of this tea. You're gonna hear me slurp. Don't listen to this. Oh, this tea is perfect. Maybe it's because the sugar makes it perfect. I don't really know. All right. So for the most part, though, there's two things I can do at this point. One, I can keep going, right? I can put the seal on it, which I'm not. I want to wash my brush right now because before I wash the brush, let me just make sure I covered it because I don't want to waste any of the ink on the brush. Right, as best possible. All right. This is so cool. This worked out so much faster and better than I thought it was going to be. This takes a lot longer sometimes, but this is how it is. You know, you kind of go through stuff. This is the painful process of art. When you're making your artwork, you're kind of going through thinking about stuff. You are spending time just thinking and researching and just kind of figuring out what you're going to do. But when you have something side by side, you can actually clone it. It's a little easier than having to just make something from fresh. For example, like this fella right here, I have no idea what I want to paint him. I have no idea, no clue, because he's like, I don't have a coloring pattern. Like it's yeah, so I could make you a little green lizard too, but I don't want to waste the green paint, so I don't want to waste it. But I'm just saying, like, I don't want to use it because maybe I use one of the other fluorescent colors to make him glow. Figure out what color. Hey, in the chat, tell me which color I should use him as. You know, what color I should use. This is there. Okay, cool. You know, I gotta fix her feet up too. But she's doing right. She's doing good. So yeah, so that's that. All right, so we need to get him out of the way because I figured out exactly what to do. But then you see this is a Crack Talk right here, and Sunny, and then this one here. For example, so this gremlin here, I don't know what kind of pattern I want to paint him yet because he is not complete. I'm thinking maybe I should make him a little longer because he's kind of short and kind of pudgy. Maybe I should just chop him in half right here, and extend his torso, make him a little bit fuller size. But maybe I should leave him short because maybe short and cute is what people like. So I'll keep him short and like imp-like. I remember I made an imp for a friend of mine, and I had an imp riding the imp riding the hamster, which is awesome. So yeah, there's that one. There's that one. There's that one. Another sip of my tea. Once again, it's a Greg, and One Life Must Art, baby. That's me on Instagram. One Life Must Art. Okay, let me drink. I'll drink to that. I'll drink to that. All right. So, what's going on is that I'm waiting for this one to dry, right? Making sure that I didn't miss any spots on this little fella and this fella, and then I find that I have touched some spots here. There's green, sorry, right? So that's what happened there. Let's see. I think what I'm gonna do is I think I might actually just leave it here for now. Leave the colors the way it is, you know, and look at some more stuff to kind of do. There's the fish. Oh, glow in the dark. I want to show you the glow in the dark paint. Let me show you the glow in the dark paint. The glow in the dark paint that I use is this super duper glow. This one here is super glow. It's called super glow, right there, right? This sucker, right? Another Hobby Lobby type thing that I got, right? And it's also by the same company, Played. I should just buy stock with Played. Right? What happens to that too? Because I'm always using their stuff. I use airbrush too, by the way. I do a lot of airbrushing stuff. I have an airbrush container and kit. See, I have an airbrush machine. This is the one I bought from my family bought for me for my birthday. It was on sale, baby. Also, on sale means clearance. Clearance means no more. So we got this one here, and I haven't used it for anything yet because I just love the whole aspect of airbrush and stuff. So this is a food decorating airbrush, But I also have one of these too, which is what they use at the wellness center at the place that I work at, which is this one. This is my airbrush, right? And so it's like it's pretty. There, see my airbrush. I see it right, and it's like it's kind of like it's called like kiwi, and it's this is the button you push and then activate it, and you use the right. We're not gonna use that. I just want to show you guys that. But this is my airbrush, right? And I have that there, and I keep it charged. But for the most part, that what happens, I'm gonna use some of this ultraviolet. It's a super glow, right? Which I'm gonna show you how badly this glows. This glows so wonderfully, like at nighttime, right? As a matter of fact, it glows so well that when we shut off the lights and when we go to sleep, this thing stays lit all night. Okay, the entire night, this thing is lit, right? So when you light it up, and I use this super glow on these guys over here, and this guy over here, and this one, so they glow in the dark. So I'm gonna actually add some to this one because she's already dry, and you'll see how much it glows. For example, when you shut off, so like this is a two-fold glow, right? You have the UV light. When it hits with the UV light, it glows. But when you shut it off, it glows from the UV light, and the UV light charges the glow in the dark, which causes it to glow in the dark. So it's a good thing to have. So let me show you. See how nice it's glowing here? Let me shut off this light for a second. See the bad boy right here. Watch this. This is a boom. Do you see how much that glow is? I said this is like this thing is gonna stay glowing for like a long time. It's like radiation in a jar, my friend. See how nicely that glows? That glows so super bright. So see, there's that. There them. They have the same lights on them as well. See, so now I'm gonna take some of this super glow light, right? As you can see how glow this is when you take away the light. I'm gonna take the light off, right? Boom, there it is. And see, you have that. See how much that glows? This is like, it casts a shadow. It glows so brightly, right? It casts light. It's like almost like a flashlight, glow in the dark flashlight, right? So this is how much this glows. This is actually called super glow, and this stays super glowing for like a while. So I'm gonna take the super glow, and we're gonna paint some of this onto this right here. And I'm gonna get me a nice clean brush. Okay, that's sure. I don't want to taint the brush with the thing. Hey, looky.
Hey.
You have a fork?
Oh no, I didn't get one.
I had a fork in the. I was using the fork to stir my spoon. Oh goodness. There's no more forks, bro.
No more forks?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
Well, maybe you can find a plastic one or something. So here goes this right here. Gonna make this little. Oh, you find a plastic fork. First try. Oh my goodness.
That's one more now.
Oh, look, that's great. You found that really quick. So here's this one here. This is here, this, right? And you have this. I'm gonna go ahead and put like dot dot dash, baby. So, dot. I'm just gonna go like this, just straight down the back, just straight down the back. That, right? Straight down the back, because you won't see it until the light hits it anyway. Like that. This there, and then across the eyes and a little shoulder there, and a little edge right there. Right there in the arms. Right there in the arms, like so. Right, like this, and then his tail is like a big old fin. So gotta get under here too. So there, right, and then see, and you know what? When it dries, it kind of dries clear, so you won't even see it. So, as a matter of fact, I might give some to Deja too. Put it on her as well. Deja Thoris from John Carter, a princess of Mars, baby, a princess of Mars. They should have made that movie so much better, but I like the movie, so I ain't complaining. And then for him, so let's go ahead and give you some too as well. So here's this. I'm gonna put it right on your head. Yellow. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he got damaged a little bit, so I had to actually fix him with some glue gun right there. Yep, there. I'm gonna make all the yellow spots glow. Yellow spots glow. Alright, so okay, I might need some more, so I'll put it there for a second. Right there, right there. You know, folks, I usually do my videos for about an hour, so the thing is, I'm going to come to an end soon with my video. I may not be able to complete all the colors on this guy here, but that's so crazy. I should have just. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you guys some of the cool stuff. So see how let's see how it glows. That there, and so you won't notice until like it's going to be like. I might give it another bright yellow on this one here. That way it's all good. But oh, I'm not even in the camera. Oh goodness, I'm sorry. This here, right there. Right there, and right right there, the leg, and then his feet, right down his feet. All right, let's hit it with some light and see what happens. Oh, you see right there? There, see the damage right there? See, it's damaged because what happens, the foam does not flex. Masking tape is very flexible in this primal stage. If you add anything to it, like clay, to make it cooler, what happens is that you get a situation where the sucker will break. Not the masking tape, but the whatever the sucker is contained on. It's like your bones. You know, God made us so we bend at the joints, right? We don't bend in the skin. You know, it's just weird. That's we gain a lot of weight, and then our skin doesn't go with our body anymore. Then it becomes you have to get like you lose some of that, you know, that body. So okay, so this is the glow in the dark stuff. The glow in the dark stuff is here. I'm gonna put it over out of the way for a second. Let's get hit it with some UV lights, shall we? Let's see. So here we go, hitting all the UV lights. All right, right there, like that. Right there, the UV lights. Mm-hmm. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. And then you with the UV lights. See how well of a job I did in terms of painting. All right, come back. All right, did that, and then right here. So that too. So now, turn off the light for a second. You have that right there. So you have that there. Here it is charging, my friends. Charging, charging, charging. How nice and green they glow. How nice and green they glow. Yep, 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 yep. This one's almost done. All I have to do is just give it the paint, and then give it the seal, and then give it the markings like that markings as well, and that one is there as well. Let's go to sharp light. See what happens. Ooh, a little bit of a grow right there. So you have that like there's the green spot. There, right there's the green light. See the light on the back. All right, so we hit it again so you can see. So so it glows from the ultraviolet light for the black paint, right? Black paint will give it the first color, right? As you can see. Then when you hit it with take it out, then you have the glow in the dark. Same thing with him too. So you have his, you know, his one here. He looks like it doesn't glow much. He looks like a little froggy salamander thing. But then when you turn it off, you have a little bit of a glow, which you can't really see, but just a little bit, so you can actually. And you can't see it unless I hit it again. When I hit it again, I give it a little bit longer. You might see it better. There you go. See. This is, and it's gonna be like all night. It's gonna absorb light all day long, and then when it comes to the end of the night, it's gonna be like glowy. Same thing for him. This one here, and this, see how nice glows in ultraviolet light, right? So ultraviolet light. Then when you shut it off, it glows in the dark. This is cool, right? Folks, I want to say everyone, thank you so much for watching my channel tonight. I'm gonna just show you a little bit of Croc Doc real quick, but I'm gonna share it with you just to let you see how this glows and how nice it is. Here, there, there's Croc Doc, and here's Sunny. And Sunny glows the best, actually. I don't know why I didn't show you Sunny first, but he's the one that glows the brightest too. That's why I call him Sunny. And so what happens when you have that there? It all glows. Anyway, so you have that, and then so when you shut off the lights, you can see them. You can sort of see them, but there's Sunny, there's Sunny, there's Croc Doc, there's Croc Doc, there's Croc Doc again, there's Deja, and Deja doesn't have any other lights on her other than the ones on her face, and that's the reactive light on her face, and it goes off. But then there's Sunny, and then here's these guys here. So this is the nature of the creatures I wanted to show you today. I'm going to turn on the overhead light so you can see one last time before I call it for the night. But please give me a thumbs up in the chat. Thumbs up in the chat. This is like here with all the cool stuff. This one here is a six-legged Diplocaulus. Six-legged. We call them six legs. This is the original, right? And now it glows in the dark. It glows in the ultraviolet light. And the tongue also glows in ultraviolet light. And it glows in the dark. And that's what that happens there. Again, thank you so much for joining my channel tonight. I'm going to have more stuff. Today is Monday. Well, it's no longer Monday. Now it's Tuesday. And I want to say thank you for watching. I'm going to go take a nap before I got to go to work. But until then, just want to say thank you so much for all your contribution and your love. So we're going to see if I can just say hi real quick. So let you guys see I'm a real person. All right. So God bless you. Have a good night. Thank you so much for watching my channel tonight. All right. And see you. Take care. And I'll talk to you again. God bless you. All right. Bye-bye.